Hello everyone. Today I am going to be doing a video review on the newly released Transformers Legacy Evolution Armada Megatron. And right now I have him in his vehicle mode. Overall it is a pretty good vehicle mode. It was supposed to represent his tank from the show. He is a 4-treaded tank, because he is not a 2-treaded tank, because there is a split right here, making it 4 sections for treads. Alt mode is pretty good, does a very good representation of his show depiction. He has a few things about him that I like very much. His turret rotation, he can rotate this far going this way. And he can only go that much. He can't go full all the way back 180 degrees. And going the other way, he can only go this far, only halfway, which I find is really weird. I do not understand why it's like this. It's very weird. The turret can look up this much. It can look up all the way out of the camera, can look all the way up, and can look down very far too as well. Can look all the way down and can shoot like directly at the ground, which is pretty good. If I was driving this thing though, I would not do that because I would probably damage the tank and probably get myself injured. This is also, I took a few pieces off. The main pieces that I took off would be these pieces. These are his antlers or his horns in the show. And usually where these pieces would be is they would be because his head is right here, so there would be like more on the side, like right there, so it'd look like he has like a claw in his tank, which is pretty cool. But I took him off because I'm afraid that I'm gonna lose him, so I just took him off for now, and I put them in a Ziploc bag where I can keep them safe and not lose them. Because if I do lose them, that really like takes away a lot of the depiction of the figure. Because we knew him for his horns. He looked very good with his horns. Okay, now, to get into the transformation, what we are first going to do is we are going to lift the figure up like this. And you want to lift up these purple panels. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to lift up these green panels. Then once you lift up these green, they are a bit finicky, sorry about that, just warning you. You want to pull out, you want to detach the leg and bring them like this. And you want to do it for both sides, like that. And then you want to fold these panels inwards like that. Then you want to fold the feet out, which they're very hard to get out, just warning. They are very strong joints. And once you have the figure like that so far, what you want to do is now you can pull the weight. It doesn't fully come off, but you just need to pull it a little bit. And it should pop out. It doesn't pop all the way, it's connected. And what you want to do now is you want to there are these black panels. There are these black panels right here. They start here, but you want to pull them over here. And you want to do that for both sides. Then you want to lift. The chest is going to be like this. You want to detach the chest panel like that. Fold the face mask up that conceals his head in transformation, and fold that back down. Then what you want to do is you want to rotate the waist around, and you want to compress his waist back in like that. Then you want to fold the arms down, and you need to open these panels up and pull his arms out. They're a little bit difficult to get out sometimes, but they work. You want to fold this back down and fold that back down. Then the next part, you want to put his his hands out. Put his hands out like that. Move over to the other side. Pull this panel out and just pull his arm out. And this figure is a little bit big for my camera, so yeah, you can barely see him like that. But if I just bring him back a little bit out like this, you'd be able to see him. Let me see, what can I do to make this fit? Give me 1 second. Let me just grab a piece real quick. There, now you can fully see the figure. He's still a little bit tall. His shoulder, the turret of his gun is still a little bit tall for the camera, but he fits for the most part. You can see him. There we go. Yeah, so this is what the figure looks like. Not fully, I still have to attach the horns that I took off of him before because I didn't want to lose them. And the horns, they're just tabs, well, holes on the side of his head. 2 holes right there, one right there and one right there. And there are 2 holes on his antlers, which will fit in right here. They're made of this like type of it's like a rubber kind of. It's like a very flexible rubber or plastic. And I've seen this on other toys before. One from Transformers Age of Extinction. Can't remember his name, but he was like a Triceratops. And I think he had like his weapons were made of this same type of rubbery plastic. It's on a bunch of different toys actually. And yeah, and this is his full appearance. He does have a gimmick in this mode. Not really a gimmick, but it's like they have this, maybe it could be his Evo Fusion, I believe. And what he can do is basically, you can pull out his waist again like this, fold the turret like this, and he actually did this in the show as well. And you can do that. And he did do this in the show as well. So you basically have him shooting at Autobots like this. The front of the turret also comes off. And you can fold the handpiece down again and attach this to here like this. And he can have this is kind of like his accessory basically. Because he in the packaging he doesn't come with any guns. In his original toy from Transformers Armada, I believe he came with a Minicon. But there is no Minicon here. Which is I wish they had added one. I'm sure there should have been some type of way to incorporate a Minicon in this figure somehow. Just to create a better homage to his Armada original release figure. Because we do have Minicons in the Siege line. We have Minicons, if I can find them. Because I have 2 of them. Yeah, these types of Minicons. And they even have pegs. Which fit 5mm holes. So I'm sure there should have been some way to incorporate a Minicon. The new Legacy Evolution Hot Shot figure, the one with the red repaint, Comes with 2 weapons. He comes with 2 guns and also a red Jolt or orange Jolt Minicon helicopter, which is very good. I might get that one next probably. I'll have to think about it. Looks very nice though. And so I will pull this off, put it back where it's supposed to be, right here. Flip out his arms, and now I will review the posability or articulation. So his head is on a swivel, can rotate a full 360. His arms cannot rotate this way, but you have to flip the purple shoulder pad up, and he can pull his arm up like that. It's on a joint right there. And he can also lift his arm like this. But this is another issue. When you try to do that, his arm goes like this. I wonder why they couldn't had some type of tab here and here where it could like click in and probably hold it. They just left it with nothing. But that's just one of the flaws with this figure. That's really the only one, really. Other than the fact that it could have came with more accessories. And he also has a elbow joint. And he also has a wrist rotation. Wrist can rotate full 360 degrees. He has waist rotation. Can almost, goes around full 360, but kind of runs into some of the turret junk. His hips, he has hip rotation. His hips can go like all the way up here and somewhat back. He has knee articulation, ratchets, and he has foot articulate. He has the famous Siege ankle joint, kind of tight. They kind of, because they have this tab that clicks in. You got to kind of pull off that tab to get that joint out. And so overall, this figure was quite nice. My only things with this figure that I kind of dislike is how they, the creators, maybe they could, the designers, they could have added a little bit more accessories. I would have liked to seen a Minicon and possibly some more like accessories, possibly. And really the only other flaw is this shoulder part. Yeah, like this. I do not like that. I wish they could have incorporated some type of tab in his shoulder to have it hook in better. But really, those are really all the flaws with this figure. Everything else is pretty good. He's very show accurate, I would say. He looks very representative of how he looked in the show. Yeah, this is so to rate this figure, I'll give it maybe possibly a 7 out of 10. I would have given it the 3 other points if it just had included more accessories and also had a joint on the shoulder that held it in place. But yeah, this figure is pretty good. I would recommend purchasing it. It sells for about, I got it for like $55 at Walmart. He's pretty good. And yeah, have a nice day, and I really recommend having this figure. Goodbye.